Hörmətli izləyicilər, bizim MÜSAHİB verilişinin növbəti buraxılışında xoş gördük hər birinizi. Bu dəfəki buraxılışımız xalqımız üçün, dövlətimiz üçün möhtəşəm bir tarixə təsadüf edir. Dünən keçirilən növbədən kənar Prezident seçkiləri, xalqın coşqusu və seçkilərin nəticəsi Cənab Prezident İlham Əliyevin 92%-dən yüksək səslə xalqın dəstəyini növbəti dəfə qazanması Azərbaycan xalqının yaddaşına qızıl hərflərlə yazılacaq növbəti böyük hadisələrdən biri oldu. 2020-ci ildə yaşanan zəfərin ardınca deyə bilərik ki, hal-hazırda növbəti böyük bir zəfər tarixini biz yaşayırıq. Xalq öz zəfərinə, xalq öz rifahına və inkişafına bu seçkilərlə hə demiş oldu, səs vermiş oldu. Bundan sonra əlbəttə ki, bizləri xalq olaraq da, dövlət olaraq da, digər dövlətlərlə olan əlaqələrimiz beynəlxalq arena çərçivəsində də olduqca uğurlu proseslər gözləyir. Necə ki, bugünə qədər bu uğurları biz silsiləli şəkildə yaşamışıq, bundan sonrası üçün də ümidlərimiz çox böyükdür. Bugünkü müsahibimiz dünən keçirilən prezident seçkilərində Beynəlxalq Müşahi dəçi olaraq iştirak edir və hal-hazırda mən sizə hazırki qonağımızı təqdim edəcəyim. Qonağımız Yaxın Şərq, Mərkəzi Asiya və Afrika üzrə beynəlxalq ekspert, Pakistanlı qlobal gənclik lideri Qaysir Nəvvabdır. Welcome, Mr. Nəvvab.
Thank you very much.
It's our great pleasure to see you second time in our program, several times in Azerbaijan, in your second homeland, because you called it so. And as during your previous visits, it's also important for you, for us, because this time, this period coincides the extraordinary presidential elections, and you have attended these elections as an international observer. It's important for us because we call it victory elections, because it takes place after great victory. And I want to ask you your impressions about these victory elections.
Thank you very much for having me again in your studio, in your program. As you mentioned that it's my second home. Of course, Azerbaijan has a deep-rooted relation with our feelings, with our hearts, and with our country, with our countrymen, and with everyone. So it feels like coming to a second home. But this visit is quite significant and is a very important event, because this visit gave an opportunity to see the democratic values and how the democracy is happening here in Azerbaijan. As you mentioned, that this is extraordinary elections, and it happened after the victory, which was a decades ago awaited, and it happened under the leadership of the President, His Excellency Ilham Aliyev, and I think it will be written in the golden words in the history for many centuries, and people have to remember him as of the great visionary leader because of this victory. But since yesterday we had an opportunity to see how the Azerbaijani people are truly in love with his leadership, and also we see the democratic values of how the elections process is happening here. We found it very extraordinary, transparent, very much well organized, very much safe, polite, peaceful. At the same time, the elections are happening today in Pakistan. But when I compare the same elections happening in Pakistan while the same election happening here, we found there is a lot of good things we can learn and we can take back home, and we can share with the world that how can we further replicate that. So I have a very good observation about that, and it was we were very much satisfied as an international observer. While keeping in view some of the responsibilities of the international observer, we need to show to the world, we need to tell the world that what happened yesterday during the election was amazing.
Yes, as you said, you was international observer at several polling stations, and what is your impressions during the observation?
We started our early observation visit from a very unique kind of polling station, where we found a huge number of elder women participating in the election process, and they were voting for where they were voting for whatever they feel good. So we found early morning, despite of so cold, that there were a quite significant number of people coming, and they were using their right of vote. and this was very impressive. We see so many young people as well who are also coming and was taking part in contributing towards the democracy. The best part which we seen during the observation was that we see the young kids that was brought by their parents. The parents brought the young kids along themselves, and they actually gave their votes to these young babies to drop into the box, which is actually another something unique for us. For example, I never noticed this thing before. This actually an education which are you giving as a mother, as a father, to the young kids to be a democratic, to use their right of vote in future, and to be a part of this process, which is indeed the need of the world today, because the world need democracy, the world need people to decide, the world need the voices of the people to be heard, and the elections is the only process that actually give an opportunity, no matter how much a person is resourceful or how much a person is poor. This gave you a similar kind of opportunity to vote. Your vote is equal to the other person who is no matter more resourceful than you. So I think this needs to be more promoted among the people, among the masses, and this is the unique way I found in Azerbaijan, that the young babies and the young kids start taking participation in the ballot boxing process in the election.
It's great that your impressions at high level, and I want to ask that we know you have close relations with media, international media, and we hope that you will deliver your interviews, your impressions about you have spoke. These impressions you will deliver interviews to the international media, and I want to ask that what about you will touch upon especially that attracted you at this process, election process?
To be very honest, I was invited a day before my visit by the Commonwealth observer who is visiting Islamabad to observe the elections in Pakistan. And they were asking about the youth participation in the youth status about the elections in Pakistan. I was not so satisfied because there were so many issues with the young people across the world, particularly in my part of the world as well. But at the same time, I noticed that in the whole Commonwealth observer group, there was no young person as a part of the observer team. And I give the example of our group that we are 2 young people out of 5 who are coming from Pakistan to Azerbaijan as an international observer. This means that how Azerbaijan is promoting the young people, how Azerbaijan is promoting the young democracy, how Azerbaijan is promoting the sustainable democracy. Because if you are promoting youth, you are making everything sustainable, young, and almost forever. So that's why there are so many things that need to be shared with the international organizations, international community, international media. And you are very much right that this is a very good case study of how the election process happened here in Azerbaijan, and how it was transparent, peaceful, and in a very decent way, and how the people use their right of vote.
Yes. We know that, Mr. Nawab, the election process is not just internal process, it also can affect the global process. And in this sense, how the activism of our people and respect to their signature look in the eyes of the international observer?
I think you are very much right that it's not a national subject, it's linked with the international world. In a global world, everything is linked with each other, no matter it's election, it's climate, or it's anything, everything is interconnected to the rest of the world as well. So by this election, I personally feel that this will boost up a very glorious era in the Azerbaijan, and particularly in the whole region. Why? Because the leader they chosen, the Azerbaijan brothers and sisters, he has proven himself as a great leader since many years, and recently just the victory which seems to be impossible. He make it possible in the 20th century of today's globalized world. And I think not only this, there are many other major achievements which is on his list. Particularly this year, there is a very huge events coming on. The Urban Forum, the COP29, which is a huge event and which will be happening in Azerbaijan, in Baku, in November. So I think several head of states will be coming, and this election was very important. It was a very rightly decision to take the confidence of the nation and to take the trust of the nation. And the nation trusted their leader, which everybody knows in the form of a result after the elections. And this will give a new boost to the leadership. And this will give a new energy to the leadership. And this energy will, of course, gain more and more results with higher ambitions and higher goals. And internationally, the world will be now trusting more on the leadership as well. So they will be more interconnected with them, and they will be having more projects and more collaboration and cooperation. And the respect of the leadership is just higher up, not only in the country, but of course in the whole world. And I have seen on the Twitter and Facebook and so many places, many foreign leaders, head of states were congratulating Mr. Ilham Aliyev to become the president of the country. So that will be having a huge impact and a very positive impact on the international relations of the Azerbaijan with the rest of the world.
Yes, at the introduction of your interview, you have said that the elections have perspective to create example, precedent. And what have attracted you that you can apply or you want to see applied in Pakistan elections?
I have seen the very well organizing way of the election by the Election Commission of Azerbaijan. One of the things was very simple but very much attractive to me was that everywhere in the polling station there was a slogan of reflecting the national flag among the different polling booths, and we have seen that people has to honor actually their country first. The leadership come after the country, and this is one of the things which we need to promote in Pakistan as well, that all the political parties are the second step. First is the country. So we have to make and top the priority of your national flag, your country, and the rest of the differences you are using by your vote. And you don't need to be disintegrate. You need to be integrate for the national interest and for the national integrity, for the national benefit. And other thing was that it was very peaceful. We didn't see any fighting or any slogans or something like that which people have to mix up with each other. So everyone was using in a peaceful way, and we have seen a lot of local observers as well. And they were very much satisfied with the election process, and we couldn't find any problem in any of the station we were visiting. And also it was very peaceful, very open, and everyone has to go and to use their right of vote. And the transparency was also very much ensured, and we also see the counting of the vote as well in one of the last polling station that opened in front of cameras installed, and almost I think 1,000 cameras has been installed at 1,000 polling stations. So one of the benefit of this country is that the population is like not so much, 10 million probably, but in Pakistan we have a huge population. So we have almost 300 million people, and we have less resources to manage all these things. But still there are many ways which can help to control and to improve our system, as the rest of the world can also improve the system.
Yes, Mr. Nawab, it would be wrong if we not to touch the issue about Azerbaijan-Pakistan relations, and we know that you have personally contributions to the development these relations, and we know that Azerbaijan and Pakistan are strategic allied countries. Their relations is at highest level. And I want to ask about your expectations after election, which directions we can expect higher development.
The coincidence, thank you very much first for acknowledging my little efforts in bridging both the brother countries. I have played a smaller part of that, but this today and yesterday is a very unique day, because yesterday elections happened in Azerbaijan, leadership come up. Today election is happening in Pakistan. Tomorrow will be a new leadership to be decided by the peoples through their votes. So I think this year as a whole is very important for boosting our relationship between both the countries. But the good thing is that, and it's very unique, that we don't have that much relationship dependent on the government to government. Our relationships are from the people to people. So the people to people relationships are sustainable, and it doesn't affect by the previous government or the new government, but I think it's always from heart to heart. So in the recent years, we had a huge number of development like direct flights, which make the more convenience for both countries. To the citizens of both countries can travel very easily, and so many other businesses is also opened between both the countries, the AI, the technology courses, and so many things. But I think there is a huge potential of initiating several other projects and several other venues, opening several other ways to further close up each other. This can be again, I focus to be started from the youth, because the youth are more energetic, they are more sustainable, and they promote very well and very positively towards the development of both the countries. So I hope so that the young peoples will be accommodated during this relationship. And we also expecting that Pakistan Youth Ministry and of course the Youth Ministry of Azerbaijan should work closely to do some exchange programs and some scholarships for each other. Azerbaijani students can come to Pakistan. We have a very good medical colleges, science and technology colleges and universities. So similarly here are a very good very good educational institutes in Azerbaijan as well. And there are also another avenues of doing business in technology, in science, technology and innovation. Pakistani science technology experts are good experts, and they are working abroad as well in so many leading companies, and these can further strengthen up the capacity building of the young people of Azerbaijan, which will help both economies to boost up. And with the government to government, I think a state level visits is very important. I hope so this time the President, His Excellency, will consider maybe after Turkey to visit again Pakistan for the first time, being a president, and that will be our wish to host him in his second home in Islamabad in Pakistan. And but we say that by coming and going to each other houses, we can increase the love. So this is how the way we can increase and we can further strengthen the relationship by connecting with each other.
Yes, to conclude, Mr. Nawab, I want to speak about another important issue. You know that after our great success, especially in the West, there are some forces contribute black campaign against Azerbaijan. And we know that the purpose of this campaign just to overshadow our success, great success. And what we can do in context of Azerbaijan-Pakistan relations, in context of uniting our resources to fight this campaign or force this?
This is, I think, very important question you have rose up, and we need to actually strategically think about this. How can we, the brother nations, can jointly combat or defend such kind of campaigns, which is either coming from the west or east or north or south. So this is, I think, very important, that we should again work closely on the young people so that young ideas can come up. I have seen, very unfortunately, since 3-4 years, since the last 2 years, our youth to youth relationships are not that strong, which was happened before. So we need to more focus on the young people connections, And these days the young people are using social media, and social media is the 5th generation war, and this is the only way to stop these campaigns, to combat these campaigns, and this is the only way to defend ourselves, to show the positive side of yourself, to show the real picture of the conflicts, while rather than to come up with the propaganda which are made by the propaganda's house. So I think the young people can contribute very effectively. By this virtue of your camera, by virtue of your TV, I will again request the people who are responsible for the youth development programs here in Azerbaijan that they should focus on the Pakistani youth. They have always been very sincere to Azerbaijan. They have always been promoted during the war. You have seen the young people from Pakistan was on the forefront across the globe, and they were promoting and they were standing with you like on Azerbaijani. And we were like fighting on the social media and even campaign against and everything. So we don't need to forget these kind of good examples. We need to focus more, and we need to very rightly focus on the young people from Pakistan to further increase, to strengthen them. We need to strengthen both Azerbaijani youth and Pakistani youth with all these modern equipments of the knowledge, exposure, bilateral exchanges, bilateral learnings, friendships, brotherhoods, sisterhoods. So this will actually bridge us more and more closer, and this will actually give an opportunity to speak more vibrantly, more fluently, and more boldly. Today, if I'm speaking in your studio, it's just because I came to Baku for the first time with the virtue of the youth program, which was led by the late His Excellency Mr. The previous youth minister, I forgot his name, Azad Rahimo. So he was such a great person, and he will be remembered forever with the young people, and of course even with us in Pakistan. We always pray for his soul, and we need to bring such kind of people who can help in the real youth to bring and to further strengthen them. And in this way, we can jointly defend our countries, we can jointly fight against such kind of propagandas, and we can jointly promote the positive aspect of our relations based on sincere brotherhoods and based on the international laws and regulations and justice.
Yes, I hope that we will do our best together. Thank you, Mr. Nawab, for your such detailed and interesting discussion. It was our great pleasure to see you and to take interview here. And I just wish your visit continued to our homeland, and relations between Azerbaijan and Pakistan be always eternal and strong.
Thank you very much. I support and I appreciate your time, and I wish a very good luck to the new era of sustainable development of glorious Azerbaijan, and I wish success to the new leader, to the leadership. Actually, it's a new renew by the people, and we are always ready for working with our brothers and sisters in Azerbaijan for any positive development, either in Azerbaijan, in Pakistan, or across the globe. And we feel like a family whenever we visit. I was just discussing with one of our friends that in Azerbaijan we don't feel like we are at another country. We just feel like somewhere my cousins are living, somewhere people are living, and even in the streets we feel like good. So we want these feelings to be sustainable. We want these feelings to be more alive, and we are expecting the same, and we want to reciprocate the same. And I invite all my friends, my brothers and sisters from Azerbaijan to visit Pakistan. It's a very beautiful country, and it's very hospitable and very lovely, and you will love the nature, the people, and it's need to be explored. And you are more than welcome to come and do business in Pakistan as well. There are not a large number of business opportunity in Pakistan. One of the Azerbaijani person has opened a restaurant with the name of Taksim in Islamabad. So we want more people to come. There are several opportunities. We will be happy to host you, to show you around, and to make this relationship more sustainable for centuries. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for these contributions and accepting our invitation. Belə hörmətli izləyicilər, bir beynəlxalq müşahi dəçinin dilindən dünən keçirilən tam demokratik, şəffaf seçkilərin nəticələrini eşidə bildik. Bu nəticələri, bu cür hadisələri, möhtəşəm prosesləri, eləcə də gündəmdə baş verən prosesləri hər zaman bizim müsahibin dilindən eşitməyi unutmayın gələn buraxılışlara dək.